Hi, my name is Rebecca Lehman, and I'm excited today to sit here and talk to you about the importance of bringing science to life for our students in the classroom. The very first thing I want to start off and talk to you about is how students need to be engaged in the classroom. When a student is engaged, their mind is sharpened and they are ready to learn. And so, the best way to start student engagement is by asking a question. Start by asking students these questions that are open-ended. Often we want to get right to the content and teach, and especially with science, it's important for students to think and wrestle with what we're talking about. And so when a student begins to think of a question and wrestle with it and how would we get the answer or how would we solve the solution, it engages them. The next thing is to really connect science to real life. So if you're talking about, let's say, plants and animals, maybe doing a science experiment with a plant and bringing a plant in. I know last year in my first grade class, we talked about how plants need water. And so adding food coloring into the water with students were able to see it actually move up the stem and how it worked. So being able to connect science to real life allows students to feel that science has a way it's connected to in the importance of what they are learning. Field trips, getting them outside of the classroom. Again, in first grade, we talk a lot about space and we do a whole unit on outer space. And so we visit a planetarium. So the students actually can see how the moon rotates and the earth and its axis. And then when we talk about constellations, they display different constellations for the students to actually look at and visually see. So getting outside the classroom or bringing a guest speaker into the classroom allows students to feel engaged. Experiments. So you learn a topic, bringing that experiment in to make that topic all go together. It goes hand in hand. Allow the students to feel like they are scientists. This helps them to collaborate and interact with you as the teacher and with each other. So when they feel like a scientist and they're doing that research and study, it brings it to life. Allow students to have choice. So let's say you have projects or assignments or experiments. Allow students to choose that would best fit their style of learning. Use data. If you're going to be studying a topic, make sure you bring in something that is real life and applicable that they can track. Being able to track data helps students to learn. To be able to capture their interest, sometimes again, just those open-ended questions, or maybe it's a mystery bag. You have an item and you give them questions that they have to answer, and then it's clues to help them figure out what you're going to be discussing or what's in the bag. Observation notebooks are a great way for students to stay on task in the classroom or a craft. And as always, technology has a great role in the classroom, including YouTube videos of somebody else doing an experiment or bringing, again, something outside of the classroom into the classroom is a great way to use technology. Or games. There's so many games like Kahoot as a review or other ways to assess students' knowledge and understanding of the topic that is taught. So I hope these tips today were helpful for you to engage your students in science.